All I do now is to further the cause of Aethys and the Huana. I mean to sabotage the Vailians and harm the Rauatai and blame each other for the conflict. The Vailians have been seriously harmed by my actions at this trial of theirs. A highly ambitious and ruthless leader who wanted to take over as director has been put down for good. Their less effective director remains in power, though he will probably soon wish that he was stripped of his title and exiled from the company once the war begins, as was his subordinate. The Rauatai are a fearsome fighting force and are very organized. Often, organization requires a good level of centralization, meaning a good portion of the Rauataian power in the Deadfire can be neutralized by taking out their main powder store in the Brass Citadel here in Neketaka. I don't relish the idea of being a saboteur, nor do I want to take any lives in doing what I plan to do. However, conflict between the three powers is inevitable. It happened before and will come again soon, whether I interfere or not. I believe the Huana have been taken advantage of since the settlers began coming, and now I can help them take it all back. Hopefully, if I and the Huana are successful, and the Deadfire is completely theirs, then they will have learned a valuable lesson. They need to take seriously that they are not isolated just to the Deadfire. There is a great big world out there, and if they are not ready to deal with the other groups of people, and if they continue living in such a carefree manner, and not advance themselves, then they will always be taken advantage of. And the next time, the outside threat might actually wipe them out for good. You would think what happened in Ukaizo itself, where the gods were created and their ancient civilization was destroyed, would have taught them that lesson. That was all ancient Nguithan manipulation and interference, by the way. However, I cannot completely fault the Huana there, as I don't believe that they had any knowledge of what took place in Ukaizo. I wouldn't either if it wasn't for the fact that I spoke with its last king in Rimmergant's realm. Director Castle, you want to speak to me?
The Living Lands. Poor Alvari. I cannot stop thinking on it. How easily it might have been my fate. All my achievements gone in an instant.
He spreads the fingers of one hand, mimicking a burst of air.
Well, she brought it on herself, didn't she? The members of the Songreta, they are not to be taken lightly.
She would have done the same to you.
Ugh, I know it. Inside, I know it.
She may have taken the more merciful path, because, things are going to get hot here really soon.
Well, I am still director, and our ambitions have not changed. We move forward. The council wishes for results, so we will give them results. The Royal Deadfire Company will not sit idly by while we claim Ukaizo. If we set out now, they will do everything in their power to stop us. So, we know the threat that the Royal Deadfire Company poses. We must strike first. The Royal Deadfire Company has a primary powder house in the Brass Citadel. The bulk of their powder is stored there, and from there delivered to the greater portion of the ships of the Royal Fleet.
This is perfect.
Destroying that powder house would make for a crippling blow against the fleet. Enough to make an occupation of the Deadfire seem little better than a fever dream. Of course, the building is very well defended. You cannot simply walk inside. It might be impossible if the Royal Deadfire Company had not decided to use the Adra formation inside the powder house as a source of illumination. With Alet's machines and your talents, walls are little obstacle.
I don't want to give them the advantage, though. It should be something that's unexpected. I'm sorry, but if I go with them, then they'll be ready. If I refuse, then they'll have to seek alternate means, and it'll get done anyways, and the blame will be put on them. Have you lost your mind? I won't do it.
What? Watcher, please, you cannot. How can we stop now, at the very edge of success?
Time to walk away.
All of this will have been for nothing if our enemies seize Ukaizo out from under us. They'll have the city after that. The whole of the Deadfire. Alet waits for you at the spire. I trust you to do what is necessary.
Yeah. They wanted me to do it, but I'll do it for the Juana. In there. The Juana didn't. Getting in there through a luminous otter vein is a good idea. Through their transportation. I thought it was ruined, actually. I guess they were able to repair it. While we're here. Yeah, how do we get into the powder house? Perhaps we go through up this way. This way. Obviously we can't just go in through the gates. And it would look too obvious too, they'll know exactly who did it. Go in through the front gates, kill the guards who won't let us in. Let's go into the... Oh, maybe we didn't have to go into this room, this building. Okay, let's exit. Right, this way. See if we can't get in.
I know you were expecting different from Aethys. I was too.
I just thought for sure I'd have my answers. Now I don't know what to do.
You'll figure something. Something will feel right to you.
Guess I might will then. Thanks.
Harsh lands forge strong people, no? So I have this putty on me.
I'll get it open.
Oh. Can't open it. But this putty on me can help.
Yeah?
So I'll wait for this guy to move. Take the putty. Oh, he's still too close. There we go.
I'll get it.
Unlock it.
Done, yeah?
Let's go. Alright, so...
Real quiet now.
we may have to go and kill everybody in here we come across. I don't relish the idea. Some grenades. Okay, who amongst us is the best at sneaking around? Definitely not Adair or Shodi. It's me.
Hey.
I'm not that great at it.
What do you need?
But I can try this. I'll go downstairs. Has to be downstairs.
Real quiet now.
Oh, there's a lot of people here. This person is just like clearly looking that way. There's no way I'm gonna be able to get past there. I don't want to do this, but I think we have to fight. Maybe we can try the diplomatic way. I don't know. Okay, so let's just stop sneaking. They'll talk to us, and hopefully I can use what I've earned diplomatically to get through this.
So what are you doing here?
Oh, after all I've done, you still don't trust me enough to let me look around?
Fine. But no open flames in here, understand? And don't go downstairs.
She gives me a final sharp look before returning to her duties. Yeah, that's where the actual storage is.
Will do.
Cannon shot. I'm sure there's gunpowder everywhere. Alright, let's try this. If there is anybody downstairs, we do have to kill them for sure. And this place will have to just go up. No survivors. Well, not really many survivors. This is the luminous Adra pillar I was talking about. The luminous Adra radiates the same energy I felt in other pillars. Maybe I can set off the Adra pillar. I really don't want to do that. Okay, We gotta kill him. Oh, that was quick. More of them. They're not very tough. They're going down fast. Using their fists even. Okay, don't set off anything here. We'll all die. Well, that wasn't us who conjured that spirit.
Oh, good.
Hey! What did I say? No explosions.
Yeah? On it.
Kehu, you just can't help but show off your magical power, you idiot.
Right.
Alright, so what is this? Other barrels are stacked in the darkness below. It's a big place.
I've got it. Not happening.
The crates are marked for Sayuka. Okay. Well, we've got to find a way to just start the explosion. And hopefully the chain reaction will light up this whole section of the Brass Citadel. These records note shipments from Hasango and deliveries scheduled for Sayuka and Crookspur. Oh yeah, they've taken over Crookspur. A grenade, stun bomb. The vat looks deep and wide enough that I could bury the explosive in the gunpowder and no one would notice. Place the explosive. I put the device in the vat and activate it before covering it with a few handfuls of gunpowder. It is well hidden, but I can faintly hear it clicking down. It's time to get the hell out of here. Just run for the exit. No matter what anybody says, does. Have they heard anything? There's a big area.
What's this? There's an intruder in our midst.
Uh-oh. They know something is off.
A shadow comes to muddy the light.
They're gonna see us.
Take him down.
Damn it. Come on, we'll have to leave by the upper part. By the way we came in, through the locked door on the other side. If we make it out of this. We don't even have time to loot the bodies. Go, go, go. Oh, there's still somebody there. I'll show you. Come on.
Can't whack him any harder.
Time to go. Time to go. It's catching fire. Everybody out. Damn it. We don't have a choice but to fight everyone. Come on, there's a lot of them here.
The Alpha Predator. Take him down.
Just one left. He's feared. Oh, there's somebody still here. This guard. He's jumping around. Come on, kill him.
Indeed.
There you go. We need to get upstairs and get out. The smoke is really coming up from the downstairs. Run. Run. We'll look a little suspicious. us running away from the explosion, but not everybody will be focused on that. Especially if we're upstairs. If we ran out the main area, that would be different. My burn book grows warm on pack. What does Woodaka want? Of all the times. I've got to find it. Where did I put the stupid burned book? Black Isle Bastard's logbook. Oh, that's interesting. Alright, well, I'll have to look for the burned book. The burned book of law. Open the book. What does Woodaka want? I had a lingering hope that brute force and black powder would bring the dead fire to heal and compel the mortals to work together. You've dashed those hopes efficiently. Good. Rauatai's powder house is destroyed, and, as usual, I am proven correct. Compromise between mortals is impossible. Cannons don't start conversations, they only end them. How very astute. The Royal Deadfire Company is a ruthless bunch, but they adhere to maritime law. Their example could have imposed order on the lawless frontier, I know, and I would have gone with them had it not been for the Huana. Had Aethys never inflicted such disorder on the region, we might one day have witnessed a peaceful deadfire. Think on that. It's no surprise that the Principi should face a crisis of leadership, much less that you chose to involve yourself, Watcher. With Ferrante supplanted, the Principi lose a voice of experience and authority, but even Ferrante was not without his entrenched defects. Time will tell if his replacement can outdistance his memory. An indomitable threat lies on the horizon, and it grows stronger while the Principi bicker like children arguing over a dropped sword. They will not last. Good. You may not believe me, but I was giddy with delight as I observed that shake-up in the Vailian headquarters. Nothing excites me as thoroughly as a good trial. The scheming director Castro gets to keep his place at the helm of the company, driving their fortunes towards exploitation and animancy. I'm skeptical that coin can navigate society towards anything but corruption, but I appreciate the merchant's willingness to challenge a failure of leadership. I am beginning to question my trust in you, Watcher. This is a sacred communion, and your conduct is beneath any acceptable standard. Even though you are living up to my admittedly low expectations of mortals, know that I am displeased, and that is a dangerous way to approach me. You have no power over me. I owe you nothing. Is that how you see it? Very well, then. I am the one at fault for putting any trust or confidence in you. From now on, you'd do just as well to leave my book shut forever.
Woedeka nods stiffly. You feel her presence drift as a breeze, rustling as it goes.
Good. Can I get rid of the damn book? Because I'll tell you this. I want the gods dead. Gone. No longer part of Aora. And I really, really could care less about what Woedeka thinks, or if she's talking to me. I agree. What she said has merit. It really does. But where are we to go now? Return to the palace. But the problem is that I am not working for the Rauatai. I'm working for the Huana. I'm working for Aethys. The gods will be ended. The Huana will get the dead fire. The Vailians and the Rauatai will be at war with each other. They'll weaken each other to the point where the Huana can just kick them out if need be. So, that is the plan.
I know you were expecting different from Aethys. I was too.
I just thought for sure I'd have my answers. Now I don't know what to do.
You'll figure something. Something will feel right to you.
Guess I might will then.
I thought we can go in this.
Thanks.
Kahanga Palace. We can't go in here? Use the lower door, Watcher. They're waiting for you in the throne room. Okay. The throne room echoes with nervous muttering. A few heads turn in response to my entrance, but most of the attention is fixed on the tense assemblage before the throne, where an anxious-looking Vailian stands flanked by guards.
Ak, 1,000 swoles he offered me. I should have charged 10 times that.
The young man crosses his arms and tips his head at Director Castell, and then glances between the faces of the assembled leaders.
Payment for igniting Rauatai's stockpile of black powder.
Nice.
Do we have that correct, Andakio?
Ak, it is so, Highness.
Swallowing, the young man nods. Onekaza slowly turns to Director Castell, her expression unreadable. What's going on here?
You arrive in good time, I say. After one confession and before another still to come. Director, you stand between Wodika's justice and Tangaloa's open mouth. Has the time come to amend your statement?
She raises her brow and waits patiently. I told you, Alvari got the more lenient sentence.
With respect, Your Highness, these charges are absurd. If that man is being paid, it is not from my pocket.
You expect us to believe that? This reeks of gutless Vailian subterfuge.
The Hazanui leans forward, staring daggers at Castell. One angry vein bulges at her jaw.
Peace, Hazanui. I invited the Watcher here as a witness, and I dare anyone to find a more credible source.
She sweeps the room with her gaze and nods in my direction.
Watcher, please state your name for the Kahanga court.
Keldon Zatha, Your Highness.
Did you witness the explosion at the Brass Citadel?
I did, Your Highness.
Akira, then it is as I told our guests before.
She passes a Hazanui and Director knowing looks.
Then let's get on with it. I want to know what the Watcher saw.
This is madness. Queen Onekaza, I would never do anything to threaten the peace between our people.
Worry not, Hazanui. Under this roof, facts are the coin of the realm. Tell us what you saw, Watcher.
I'm gonna have to lie. I saw Andaccio in Director Castle's office. I followed him to the Brass Citadel, but was too late to stop him.
What? No, that's not. This is some manner of jest. Watcher, tell her.
Castell stares at me in stunned horror.
I knew it! Release this snake to me, Queen. I want to see Rauataian justice done.
You can't do it that easily. You have to let them go separately so they can be at each other's throats. If you just give the man over to her, then that could be settled immediately. There'll be no war. She pins the Queen with the furious, expectant glare.
That will be enough, Hazanui.
Onekaza raises a conciliatory hand.
This was an attack on my city, and it falls to the Huana to judge the sentence.
She presses her back against the throne and tilts her chin up.
No! You cannot do this! The Songrette, the Republics will...
Considering the disgraces on your head, I say not even the Republics will bother to defend you.
Onekaza's lips part in a satisfied smile.
You are to be stripped of rank and sent to the gullet for your remaining years. May the bowels of Tangaloa scour the taint of guilt from your soul.
Onekaza makes a dismissive wave and her attendants move to close in. Well, with Alvari gone, and he, their leader, they've just been decapitated. Their leadership is going to have to choose, what do you call it? Those who owe stake, the stakeholders, are going to have to put somebody in place hastily, and it may not be the best person for the job. The Vailians are just as hurt as the Rauatai, if you ask me. And I did all of that.
You cannot be serious!
I didn't want a competent person to take over for him. But I actually didn't expect this.
I say, but it is done.
I expected her to say, you both need to leave or go back to your place. It's out of my control. Onekaza crosses her arms and sighs, but I detect the ghost of a satisfied smile rising to her lips.
Done? I've still got dead to bury and a district to rebuild. This is just the beginning for me.
She shoots a Queen a glare that is almost a warning.
You are entitled to some recompense, Hazanui. The Director's holdings rightfully belong to you.
She opens her palm in a sweeping gesture.
That'll certainly get me started.
Then the matter is resolved.
As Onekaza prepares to rise, the bustle of courtiers and their mutterings return to a normal volume. Justice well executed, Your Highness. Pausing, Onekaza favors me with a nod.
After so much struggle, it was a moment's work to cripple a nation.
Onekaza inclines her head in a modest bow. It is my honor to serve, Your Highness.
And well-mannered. Akira, we are nicely paired in these dark times. Join me in the garden. I would speak of our future in detail.
She makes a welcoming gesture away from the throne room. I think we should set sail as soon as possible, but I'll see what she has to say. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.